Hi guys, okay, so basically carrying off from that Megascans tutorial, we exported some maps and now what we want to do is we want to just simply, very simply put them into Unreal, create a material and use it, okay? So I've opened up Unreal Engine, I've opened up with starter content, you can open it up with whatever you want, and basically I've just deleted all the geometry in the scene, so we've got nothing. So I'm going to drag in a cube. Let's just make this a little bit bigger, so something like that. Okay. There's our cube, and I'm going to right click. Oh yeah, I've dragged and dropped all the materials from our Megascans TUT. Okay, so these are all the materials that we exported. Now the one thing I do want to tell you is Megascans doesn't export 16 or 32-bit, so your displacement map you can't really use in something like Arnold inside of Maya or a different renderer. They do use 16 or 32 bits, and this Megascans outputs an 8-bit. I don't know if this is going to change or if they've got other plans, but at the moment your displacement maps won't work inside of Arnold. But in Unreal, it's all good. So I've dragged them, I've put them all inside of here. Let's right click, make a material, boom, call it ground. And I'm just going to drag and drop this onto our cube. Boom. I'm going to double click on the material and this opens up our material editor. And now let's start doing one by one. Okay, so first off, let's do displacement. I'm going to take my displacement and I'm going to chuck it in there. Boom. Now what do I need? I need if I type in here vert, I get a vertex normal WS, and this is the one we need. I'm going to drag that in there. And we need two multiply nodes and a constant. So if I hold down M and I click once, I get a multiply node, and I click again, I get another multiply node. If I need a constant, I just hold down 1 and click, and I get a constant. Okay, so let's start setting this thing up. Okay, we don't need it to be that big. So we got our multiply node. We're going to grab our red channel from our displacement map and put into A. We're going to grab a constant, put into B. I'm going to grab this multiply output and put it into B in this multiply. I'm going to take this vertex normal and I'm going to shove it into A. Okay. Now I want to put this one into world displacement, but it's grayed out. So if I click on this material, these are its attributes. I can go all the way down till I see tessellation. Boom. Now you got two types of tessellation, flat and PN. PN's more intensive. Flat I'd use if you want to use it inside of a game. But for this thing, I want to use PN triangles because I want to, it would be for a cutscene or something. It's better quality, this one. But it is way more intensive. So now you can see that world displacement is opened up, and I can take this and plug it into world displacement. Boom. Okay. So what does that do? It does nothing. Why does it do nothing? Well, because we've got to change some values. So first off, I want a tessellation multiplier. I hold down 1 and click for a constant. I put that into tessellation multiplier, and now let's start messing with it. Let's go into the multiply and put this multiply up to something maybe like 10. Let's see what that does. And I can start seeing my displacement. That's cool. Let's put it on about 20. That's cool. You see that? Okay, there's one more thing that I want to show you guys. If I go to ground and I go back all the way down to tessellation, there is a crack-free displacement. If I click that, I should get rid of my cracking. Okay? Crack-free displacement. Boom. Under tessellation and your material attributes. So there we go. I've got quite something quite cool there. Let's push up my value of my tessellation. I'm going to put it up to about 100 for now. Just see what that does. And there we go. I get something quite a bit more accurate. That's cool. For giggles, let's just put it up to 200 and see what that does. Okay, not a hell of a lot more. So let's just bring it down to 100. For now, this may be too high for your game or too low. This is all up to you guys. Okay, so we've got the displacement working now. Now, let's start bringing in other maps. I'm going to do this very simply and crudely. I hope that's all good. But just to show you how to put in a map. Okay, so let's just tidy this up a bit. I'm going to bring all of these down here a little bit, and I want to put in a normal map. Let me just bring this down here. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Let's bring in our normal map and just stick that into normal. Boom. And now we start getting some cool detail. That's cool. That's cool. Right, metalness. Do we need metalness? No, but we do need roughness. Let's chuck in a roughness map and shove that into roughness. I mean, you can go more complex with these using multipliers and constants and whatnot, so you can really change the values to your liking, but this is an extremely simply set up material. So there we go. We got some roughness in there. Look at the specular. This was a water shader or material. So there's your water, really glossy, and your wet rocks and stuff. Right, what else do we need? Do we need an ambient occlusion? Yes, we can plug one of those in. So let's plug that into ambient occlusion down here. Boom. And the final one is an albedo, which is our diffusal color. So I'm going to chuck that into basic color, and let's switch over to the plane, and that's quite cool. Nice and flickering, yes. Alright, so let's apply that. Let's save that, and let's go back to our scene. Let's see what we got. Let's see what you got. Okay, so there we go. That's cool. That's really, really cool. That's awesome. Really nice, isn't it? Got the light shining on the water. It's beautiful. You got the glossy rocks. So this is an extremely simple way of putting together your textures inside Unreal. If you export it from Megascans or where else I mean, we'll do from Quixel Suite 2 another tutorial on exporting and attaching those. But this is just a really quick tutorial on how to do this. I hope it helps, and I'll see you guys in another lesson. Thanks for watching. Cheers.